Who do you think the next president should be?
I think if Joe Biden runs, I'll vote for him. He fumbles, but I felt like that hasn't made any impact on his ability to make decisions as a president. Is still perfectly capable. Have yet to see any big impact on his ability to be president.
Yeah, of course. And she's not delusional at all either. Welcome back. Beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Luke here of WeAreChange.org, and there's a lot of absolutely weird and strange news, especially when it comes to the billionaire class that looks like they are in trouble more than they ever have been before, as sadly we have another conflict brewing with a cyber war. Yes, we actually now have a real legitimate cyber war going after infrastructure in the Middle East. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast looks like it is from Man versus Street. And we, of course, will be doing our best to try to find them on social media so we could, of course, attribute them correctly. And you could check out more of their work on the streets of what looks like a very liberal Democratic city where the people there will be voting blue no matter what. Democratic policies literally leave them black and blue as well. To continue the conversation that we had yesterday, it's also important to note that this was a deep down the rabbit hole conversation, as today we have a retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral coming out and saying that
I think it's about time that we do disclose that we are in contact with non-human intelligence. That's what needs to be put out there in the public.
Now, who are these non-human intelligence? Are they interdimensional beings? Are they aliens? Are they UFOs? Are they coming from the galaxies? Are they coming from the stars? Well, really, who in the world knows? This, as many people have said that even Elon Musk is an alien himself, as just recently he was seen in Europe where he was warning the people there not to import the woke mind virus from America because it, quote, divides people. And now the European government is literally investigating him and his platform Twitter that allows free speech, and now is under investigation under the Digital Services Act, citing disinformation, illegal content, and, quote, deceptive design, as the European bureaucrats look to set their teeth into the little bit of freedom that we still have left in the world. As the formal proceedings have already been opened, as previously beforehand, the World Economic Forum Summit held EU commissioners that threatened Elon Musk with legal actions if he didn't censor the speech that they didn't like. This, as today another billionaire is also in trouble, as there are allegedly new pictures of Bill Gates hanging out with his great good old pal Mr. Epstein, photos taken in 2014 with a woman who's claiming to be a victim of trafficking under Epstein, that was just very conveniently hanging out and taking a lot of photos with Mr. Bill Gates. Again, this is all the reporting from the Daily Mail, as personally I have not seen these new photos, but these new photos definitely do contradict a lot of what was said by Mr. Bill Gates previously beforehand, as it's important to note here that Bill Gates still hasn't been officially investigated by the U.S. government or questioned or even interviewed about what looks like his bestie relationship with the guy that was procuring small children to very powerful individuals. Now, why is Elon Musk being investigated by multiple federal agencies? Why is he getting charged for not hiring refugees at SpaceX? Why is the FCC, the SEC, why are all these federal regulations and rules going after him? But good old Billy Boy here is essentially getting off scot-clean, except for the court of public opinion that really doesn't have a lot of nice things to say about him. This says, of course, the billionaire class has definitely benefited off of the American political system that they essentially have bought off, as they get many lucrative government contracts, tax incentives, and just outright money from the taxpayer, as the United States is becoming more indebted than ever. As the U.S. national debt is now $34 trillion, it rose $2.6 trillion just in a span of a few months this year, as the U.S. national debt is accelerating like a hockey stick, which shows some very serious problems for the United States and, of course, the petrodollar. Problems that many times I talk about on LukeUnfilteredDotCom, with a lot of helpful videos just available for members, as I have a new broadcast available for members right after this video, specifically here at AmFest, interviewing some individuals who, of course, are highly censored. Individuals that, of course, we can't even mention here. We can't even show you here. I'm doing a lot of interviews here. We got a big show coming on later on today with Tucker Carlson that we're doing here on stage, 6 p.m. Eastern. And today's broadcast is with an individual who, of course, has been through the legal jail system in an atrocious way. And we had a very fascinating conversation about interdimensional beings. That conversation only available for members of LukeUnfilteredDotCom. Sign up right now. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Click the link down in the description below, and I will see you there for this special broadcast right after this one, as of course, we're not done here, as well as it looks like the situation in the Middle East is getting a lot more tumultuous and serious, as Hamas officially just released a statement announcing that they are holding the United States, the United Kingdom, and the European Union accountable for the alleged 19,000 casualties that have happened in Gaza. This, as there are tens of thousands of individuals who, of course, have been wounded in this conflict. The exact numbers of individuals who, of course, lost their lives is still unknown, but it is a great number. A number that, of course, is expected to only increase from here, as it looks like this conflict is broadening and expanding from here, as the United States government is reportedly in communication with the Houthi rebels, according to Bloomberg News, and is telling them to stop with the many aggressive actions that they have been committing near their territory. This, as major U.S. military assets are now converging on Yemen. And it looks like the Yemenis Houthi rebels that, of course, are more aligned with Iran are not backing down, as they have allegedly said that they will, quote, continue their attacks until Israel stops the fighting in Gaza, which it doesn't look like they will anytime soon. Now, with major U.S. military assets in the region ready for a fight, what will happen? Well, probably a fight. This, as the conflict might also expand to the north of Israel, as we're getting this from the Times of London that just wrote an article about Israel's plans for a new ground war against Hezbollah. As according to them, the Israeli Defense Forces are preparing to fight in Lebanon now, after we heard reports of Hezbollah missiles striking the Iron Dome just a couple moments ago. As already there have been small skirmishes, there has been a lot of saber rattling, and it definitely looks like this conflict will be expanding from here, as it already is taking a very interesting turn in the cyber war, as we're also getting some news reports of Iranian gas infrastructure and stations being put offline from an alleged Israel hack on the Iranian energy grid. Are these reports true? What's really going on here? Who knows? But in a conflict, infrastructure is the first thing that many militaries and armies usually go after, as they, of course, allow the major supply runs and equipment to be transported during a major battle. You look at a lot of the battles in recorded human history, a lot of them happening on trade routes, a lot of them happening because of national resources, oil, energy. Is that what is happening here? Is there now an unconventional war between Israel and Iran and Hezbollah and the Houthi rebels? Probably. How will this go? Not good for anyone. What do you think will be the next development here? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm a little haggard. I'm a little tired. I've been working my butt off here, so excuse me for keeping it short, but I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.